Hey, welcome back to the channel, and today I have a good, nice, awesome battle. And I played in this battle. It's a 1v1. Rome versus Kush. Now, I played as Rome, and I admit I had most of my forces here. And I'm gonna tell you something. Later in this battle, I was AFK for like 3 minutes or so. You'll find out what happened there. But I had gone AFK for a certain reason. Anyway, let's go over the army comms. So, we do have some Triarii. This is my front layer of defense, having the Triarii. As you can see, I'm saying over a lot more. I'm saying over my Praetorian God. I wanted them to show up to the battlefield, and I have a bunch in reserve. I even have this Scorpion. We also have some cavalry over here. I have I believe I have some shock cav and some Praetorian cavalry. Now, Kush is bringing a lot of armored Shotel warriors to the battlefield. But what I was surprised is look at all these archers. He brought, what? No, 8 units of archers. I only brought 4. And honestly, I do not regret bringing them. He also brought 5 things of movable artillery. Which, it's movable artillery, what can I say? You can move it into the settlement and it can just rain down on these Praetorians. Now, I will speed it up just for a minute to get this battle rolling. Here we are, where they will step foot on the walls. Carthage's first troops landing on the walls. I sent up my Triarii because I didn't want them to throw javies at me, which is understandable because they're javies. I also wanted to hold the gate for as long as possible. I even set up some Triarii over here, just so I could stop them from just coming over here and neutralizing that arrow tower. Now, if you look here, I have a whole... In hindsight, I think I should have sent these down one by one instead of in a group like this. I even set up a Scorpion, because I was like, you know what, I wanted to bring a Scorpion to the battlefield, so I brought one. Now, we're getting straight into the fighting over here. Now I'm wondering. Oh, wait, did they just die to the... I think the Scorpion is opening fire. Although it does look like they're pushing past my Triarii. And... oh, yep, we have a Scorpion is opening fire. Let's see them fire.
In the name of Rome.
Oh, there we go. Another shot off. Going after the units up here with the armored Shotel warriors, of course. In fact, I see some artillery. Yes, I didn't know my troops were doing this because I was focused on the battle up front. Because I should have just brought a lot more troops over here, to be honest. I wasn't planning to do a whole hour defense, to be honest, but I decided I would, so I sent my Praetorians, the Praetorian God. Oh, this is a nice angle. Look at the army of Praetorians. They march to the gate to meet their foes. Now we do have the Scorpion making some good shots, but we also have to worry about is... I totally forgot at this point when I send these troops down that they had this much artillery. So... about right here is when I realized this was a mistake. The volleys of artillery coming down, destroying, killing so many good Praetorians. In fact, this was around, I think this was exactly 100 men they had killed here. 100 good, healthy Praetorians, just slaughtered by the artillery. Now, the fight on the wall has progressed, although the Triarii are surrounded. Over here, I've sent my Praetorians to try to deal with because my Triarii broke. We have even a single Praetorian, no, a few Praetorians on the walls. They dare to climb it, to fight them head on. Yeah, all these forces here, I send to hold. In fact, I think I do send out a, have they reached the, yes. I even sent Cav out. This was a Cav unit I had sent out just to go for any openings in the Kush army. Maybe, I could get a good, you know, hit on the, archers or even the artillery. But I was absolutely furious of what happened to my artillery. Or not my artillery, my Praetorians. I wasn't paying attention and that's what happened. Now Triarii looks like they've gained some ground here. Let's check on... Oh, it looks like they are pushing the lines thin of the Praetorians, rushing down, like, probably a couple. They're also using their Javi capabilities, I'm pretty sure. Or if not, I think they're all in combat, actually. But as you can see, I'm saying over reinforcements. I'm saying the reserves down this way. I've got several depleted units of Praetorian Guard. In fact... This one that had 112, and now they're down to 55. This one, down to 89. In fact, that one, didn't take too many losses. Yeah, this was another one I charged in. That was also, lost several troops. My Triarii were breaking here. I started to see that the walls were not holding. I had sent up two things of Praetorians, depleted Praetorian Guard to hold their position. And I still had at least a few Praetorian Guards left around. I wasn't about just to give up this outer defense so easily. I was going to hold. For as long as I could, of course. Then I would fall back to the inner defense. Or that's the plan, at least. There's the Kush fight here, as the Praetorians surround Kush's armored chateau warriors. Let none flee this day. I wasn't looking to let... I needed something to change the tide of this battle, because I had lost so many Praetorians to that artillery strike. Now he's sending up more troops to the walls. Pretty much all my remaining people fighting on the walls are right here, the Praetorian Guard. As we can see from... You can see there's so many Kush soldiers trying to fight, break through their ranks. But the Romans, or The Praetorians hold their ground. We shall not let them take this day.
Double time! Follow quick march!
And you're probably wondering,
Forward!
I was trying to do a run and throw jabbies like this, like you'd see these guys doing. Didn't go so well. Now he did counter me with some depleted units of Praetorian Guard, which just got filled with arrows. Or no, not Praetorian Guard, Kush Armored Shuttle Warriors. Now I was trying to make a little opening so they could throw their jabbies, but I think this is where they run out of ammo. Now let's look at the army. They've sent in quite a bit of Armored Shuttle Warriors. I sent in the last reserve of my Praetorians. And I don't know if I commit any more here. No, I set up some Triarii here. I think I'll send over some more forces. But for what y'all see, these Praetorians, they're on their own. They must hold for as long as they can, and hopefully dwindle the numbers. Now I do have some cav in the settlement as well as outside the settlement. Truth be told, I was trying to hold them enough to where I could at least get enough of these Armored Shuttle Warriors in the city to make a good cav charge or something. Let's see, cavalry still moving. As you can just see, the Armored Shuttle Warriors here. As we're cleaning them up. Now we do have a depleted unit heading over to stop this arrow tower. Normally, in this, you would just like, you know, once you defeat this unit, you want to send one and go around here and flank. I believe I commit these Praetorians here to, like, finish the job of the Kush Armored Shuttle Warriors here, so that this one could stop them from taking the arrow tower. Because arrow towers can do massive damage over time, believe it or not. Now I do have some Triarii that are still alive here at the bottom. But if you look, a lot of my forces have been dwindled down. There's barely any left. For at least the outer defense. My Praetorians have been slaughtered on the wall. The forces. Well, actually, we still have some Praetorians up here, surprisingly. That probably explains. And I managed to flank these, you know, Armored Shuttle Warriors. Now, I'm committing here with everything I can. In fact, where did I put my cav, actually? Yes, my cavalry. They're roaming around. Now, here, this was almost what I wanted. So I was still keeping my cavalry hidden, out of sight. Are the Praetorians actually winning over here? No, but they are back. Oh, look at this. This is a cool angle, actually. The Praetorians are back to a wall. They'll fight to the last man. In fact, some of them are glitching through the wall. They're not gonna last much longer. You know it's over when Fred starts glitching through the wall. Fred, what are you doing? Get back in the wall. We need to fight off these Armored Shuttle Warriors. Nope. Jumps off the wall. You know they're done for after that. Now, the Triarii are still holding. I think, I did a... Oh, we missed it, but I had sent over my cav and to charge in the backs of these Armored Shuttle Warriors. Because Armored Shuttle Warriors, I wanted to get them off the battlefield. I needed to at least regain an advantage because they had killed so many Praetorians with that, I think at least 2 or 3 good volleys of artillery. Oh, and he just threw him over his shoulders. In fact, we'll see how successful this charge is. Actually, a really good charge. And the ones holding off the Praetorians have been defeated. Now over here, these Praetorians, they've held for so long, but they've finally fallen. The Triarii are holding on for a little bit. And they attacked my Scorpion. I was thinking I could have saved the Scorpion crew, to be honest. But to be fair, they got like 99 kills, and they were almost out of ammo. I was using them constantly. Now right here, I am recapturing the tower, and here comes another charge. Charge! Get another good charge on some Kushite armored Shotel warriors. I was thinking of their slave infantry unit. They're a decent unit. They're a solid mid-tier infantry unit. It's a low mid-tier unit I like to use sometimes, especially when you have like low funds. And yeah, here it is. I start seeing an opening here soon, and I start moving in the cav. They capture the gates, but I've captured the arrow tower. It's where I rush my Praetorians into them. And I think I also did get a few cav charges on them. But I wanted to hold them back as long as possible so this arrow tower can get as many kills as possible. And this is a depleted unit. They're holding by a thin line. Hold, Praetorians! Headbutt them if need be. Oh, some friendly fire from the tower over there. I think I do back out of this. Yeah, I retreat with my cav, and I kind of just wait. I allow them to come in. I was hoping they would send in some more infantry. Get the infantry in first. Thinking that my only cav unit was in the settlement. No, he kept his infantry here. Also, I think his general was in the elephants. I don't see elephants in battles that often. But we have some African war elephants, and it is the general of Kush. Now we do have these archers, which I've used these archers before. They have ridiculously long bows. Like, look at those. And look, I go all the way over here. And I can compare it with... What? Isn't the Cretan archers or the Syrian? The Syrian archers' bows. Those things are like really small compared to the Kush bows, apparently. And I finally start seeing an opening with my cav. And I was hoping he wouldn't notice while he's moving troops.
Advance! Mars, aid us!
In fact, we're just going to watch.
Forward!
Yes, I commit them now. And the balance power is in his favor. I need a really good charge here to even recover, even just by the small margin. I actually don't think he noticed, because I think he was just moving his archers. He did not notice the cav somehow. He did not even notice this. And by the time he notices, I have already charged the artillery. Yes, as soon as he's moving in his general to save the artillery. I had sent them in to try to deal with as much artillery as possible.
Yes,
And it was too late. I had done at least enough damage on hopefully 2 artillery crews
Quickly now.
to at least take them off the battlefield. And here, it's hard to see, but I had to sacrifice this. There was no way I could have probably saved this, but they had lost already too many. I just committed them trying to get as much of these. And I even got the archer unit. He misclicked. I think he was aiming to try to shoot the cavalry. So I got some of his archers. I think that was a misclick though. Yeah, but he breaks. Oh, this is a nice view here. Yeah, you can see the last. Oh, getting hit with the trunk. It's hard to see it. Now this is where I start. I moved my slingers up here, hopefully to use their ammo, of course. Slingers can actually do quite a bit of damage to melee units, believe it or not. Their counter is archers, though. And I had moved, I think, I was trying to do a nice strategy where I had this Praetorian Guard here, this one here, and hopefully he would have sent one straight here, so I could have surrounded that unit. He did not end up doing that, though. So I just retreated them back into the settlement, or into the inner keep, because this is the capture point right here. If he captures this, he wins. And I still had a ton of Praetorians left. I was still mad I lost so many that early, because you don't want to lose Praetorians to artillery or archers. But I lost a whole lot to the artillery. Like 100, I think I may have lost 200 actually. So let's see, you have 27 kills. You have 91 kills. Ooh. You have 42. Yep, and we have you 12. 113. I'm glad I hit you with cavalry. I'm glad I hit you with cavalry. Yeah, but in total, they probably got like 300 Praetorian kills. That's a lot. He still has a lot of infantry left. But during infantry-wise, I think I have maybe more when it comes to infantry. But we're pretty even there. I'll say that. He did have a lot of depleted units like these. He's got at least 1, 2, 3. Yeah, about 3, 4, 5 depleted units or so. Now he was moving in his artillery. I think yeah, I see stones. My slingers were slinging, getting some kills. Yeah, I had them focus on the artillery. I had my slingers. I moved my slingers into a position to where most of them could sling. Like I'm doing now. Which is not like this. I moved them here, because this is a good slinging spot. It's also closer to where they can sling at people. And I don't know if he noticed this. I don't know why he did this, but he moved his men into this formation, probably to stop my slingers. But he moved his artillery crew a little bit too far forward, and this is the one with 12. It probably still had a lot of ammo left, but I managed to take out the artillery crew. Now, I don't know how many kills these slingers got, but they are just gonna sling like no tomorrow. Sling. Take as many Kush armored Chotel warriors out as you can. I'm sorry, if I was being hit with stones in the back while running, I would hide behind this building. I would not just move all the way back here. The quicker plan would be to move here Stop the stones. Now I think I was trying to go for the archers, get some archer kills, but I don't think he intentionally did this. He had set his armor shelter warriors in front of the archers I was going for, so they got hit quite a bit. In fact, they got 100. Oh, they got a lot of kills. But they are being taken down. You didn't see any action. Y'all got 65 kills. Y'all got 87. You got 152. Y'all got 112. You got some good. They got some units that got good kills. I was actually proud of my slingers because they've already taken out one artillery piece, and they've now pretty much just taken out a armored Shotel warrior unit. They also took out. I didn't realize how many archers took damage, so they just moved on to the next one. Honestly, if it was me being Kush, I would have sent these bowmen to take out these slingers. I think about actually, as soon as I got them in and noticed there were slingers up here, I would have sent the bows to just fire upon the slingers. Oh, and these Syrian archers were a glitchy mess, and you'll see why. I'm just still impressed how they haven't noticed that they're being slinged at. He finally notices and starts moving his archers. Actually, no. He's pulling back his infantry. The damage has been done, though. I've already done quite a bit of damage with my slingers that I think are at, like... Yeah, and I try to pull out my Syrian archers so they don't get archered down. They've already lost like half their ammo. Used out like over half their ammo, so... And they have 68 kills. Good for a slinger unit, I'll say that. They did take out several armored Shotel warriors. They took out an artillery piece, which probably saved about, I would hopefully say like another 100 Praetorians. But again, I have to be very careful. Now these slingers are being heavily hit with archer fire. Now they did manage to get 80 kills, so I was fine losing the slingers. Oh, you see that one? He took an arrow straight to the head. In fact, they've got... I want to see how many kills they get. 83, okay. I'll say good for slingers, good for slingers. And I think one reason he was hesitant for moving in was probably because I had cav around here somewhere. The Praetorian cavalry. Yeah, I kept them around. So I can see why he was hesitant. I was thinking of sending my bows up here. Yeah, but to be honest, they kept going this way when I wanted them to leave the walls. So, the Syrian archers did. So I had a lot of trouble with them. They were just glitched on the wall for some reason. Like they were just stuck up there. I did manage to get them down though. I did notice he was using artillery trying to soften up my infantry, getting a few kills. So I do this, I hide behind the wall. Some would say, hey, you should be real good. You just hold your ground no matter how much artillery pieces come out. I'm sorry. What any soldier wants to go here when their army's all the way over here and artillery's coming down, probably about to kill about the entire unit. Yeah. So I would be the person, hey, see you later, I'm out. Because I would not stand there just to die to artillery. I'd prefer to have them die in battle. Preferably. Now I did have Praetorians here. These Praetorians were right here. I just moved them this way. All my remaining troops are in this area. I was covering all my sections. Now they do still get amazing artillery hits, which just kept a little bit irritating me. Now they just keep moving up, and we have a little bit of a troops movement. So I'll just fast forward. It's only a few troops moving their army up, preparing for another attack. So I think they're gonna send in their weaker infantry first. You always send in your weaker infantry. And he's saying over probably an empty unit, or he decided to, yeah, I think that's the empty unit of artillery that ran out of ammo, or they just don't have enough men to man all the artillery, and they were just like, you know what, go ahead, go to battle. I did have the Syrian archers fire. In fact, I even moved them up a bit. They got a few good shots off. I think on some armored shuttle warriors or some bowmen. Or bowwomen, I'm pretty sure. Let me check. Yep, actually it's a mixture of both. As we have the... If y'all remember, I said this in one of my previous Total War videos. The army of gold marches forth. So I quickly send my... In fact, we have a reenactment of that battle because it was Kush versus Rome in the very end, wasn't it? Of that one video I made. So yeah. I use my archers, have them kind of spread out to get much damage. They're also using their archers, but they're more clumped together here. They're in a spot I can hit them, get quite a few kills. But with so many firing, they're just gonna get even more on me. In fact, I kept contemplating and moving back and forth with my Praetorians because he was still getting he had to have been manually controlling the artillery with the way he was using them. As more of the armored shuttle warriors move into battle. I was hoping the bowmen would follow my Syrian archers that were retreating. And I moved them into a loose formation so less of them would die to the artillery. Artillery is such a irritating thing to deal with, especially when you have so much of it. This is why players, when they do multiplayer battles, they limit to one artillery, because so much artillery like that is really difficult. Because let me put it this way, one artillery can take out up to like 500 men, I would say, if they're all clumped together. Maybe even more. So, yeah. Let's do the Praetorians holding their ground, ready for battle. As these triarii will not hold forever. Many of them have fallen, the remaining holding the corners. And we're getting to the point where I was constantly going AFK, coming back, going AFK, coming back. Because everyone has like something you need to go do. I need to go check on something. Stuff like that. Everyday things you need to check on. So I think I was AFK at this point for like I think I was AFK for a good minute. But I think the Praetorians managed to hold here. Now we do have no, I think this was a good decision. Him moving all of them into this alleyway. Having his reserves close by his main force attacking. Good play on him. Now, if it wasn't for these Armored Turtle Warriors, I would have sent my cav all the way through here and gone for those archers. In fact, I actually don't know. I could have gone through here, I think. I don't actually know if that's a road I can go down, though. So, in fact, can I go this way? No, I cannot. There are no paths. But for the most part, there's only like 2 roads that infantry can go through. But ooh, we got another flipped, a few more flipped people that did flips. They got thrown over the Praetorian shoulder and died. Now every now and then you'll see a good one or a few of them get by the defense, but they'll come back. I do notice, because I had finally returned for a mere moment and sent it all in my Praetorians to deal with the ones that got through, holding the line. In fact, let me see. It was, yeah, these Praetorians got hit by artillery. Somehow they were not. Their artillery could still hit back here. It didn't hit these 2 Praetorian Guard, thankfully. I think it did hit that one. This one may get hit later on the road. Down the road, I don't know. Now, I don't know why he didn't do this, because this is obviously working in my favor because I'm holding 1 choke point. And I was thinking smart. Every time I moved up infantry, I had them in loose formation, because I was tired of artillery just hitting them, taking out a bunch of them. Like there. Guarantee if they were blobbed up like that, I would have not just lost 3 Praetorians. I probably would, no, 4 Praetorian Guard. I would have probably lost 20. Yeah, these Praetorians that were here first fall, leading the second. I do send in some reinforcements to back them up, though. I was constantly just sending men down to hold. And he sent this through, a depleted unit through to try to deal with them. I don't know why he didn't do this. He could have gone this way and attacked me here. So I was starting to send this troop here, over here. I had a strategy I was planning to do. Because this was before I really went AFK big time for like a lot. So I had sent my Praetorians over here, and I was just going to use my Javies. Going to use as many spears as possible. I was not planning to engage this force. There was no plan in any engagement. Now we do manage to kill that artillery piece that could have been there for a while, but we do end up killing another unit of Praetorian Guard. In fact, we get all their depleted units done out. There's nothing I could do, but several of their units are tired, winded. An amazing thing. I was so happy about that. And here I was talking about. Look, I run in, I use my Javies, getting probably a few kills. I retreat. I also had my cav nearby. As they rush forth once again, they throw their Javies. They get into a little engagement. I pull them out. In fact, he chases me down, so I fall back. In fact, I was hoping he would chase me so I could surround that one unit. And if he tried to send anything this way, I could have stopped them by the cavalry. I actually think I was trying to pull them this way so the cavalry could charge into the side.
Pull back! Break off! Advance at speed!
But I did manage to kill a few armored Chotel warriors. Not a lot though. In fact, I think I took more losses there than actually doing anything. And now over here at the main defense, I am holding. The Praetorian Guard are actually doing an amazing job holding. In fact, more artillery coming in, going after the back lines, I'm pretty sure.
Glory to Rome!
I was surprised he didn't do this. He could have gone. He could have gone this way, or could have gone this way. I didn't know why he didn't do that. So I was trying to get some good shots with my. You know, I just needed to commit here because he was sending so many forces through. In fact, how many units is this? In fact, we have 5 units of armored Chotel warriors going through this path. And we have. And here, I was moving them up, hoping they would chase me. Again, this ended in failure. Nothing really major happened. He didn't follow. He didn't fall for it. So my plan didn't go according to what I wanted. But it's alright. Some plans don't work. You gotta work around them, make new ones, new strategies. Now, the balance of power is actually moving in my favor. It's still slightly in the favor of Kush. But as you see, with my strategies and Praetorian Guard using their ammo, it slowly but surely is moving into my favor. Now, unfortunately, we do have another Praetorian Guard breaking. It's good to have them depleted when they break, though. And here I was talking about, I had them like this. So whenever I started moving troops around and I noticed this, again, I took a few Actually, I don't think anyone died from that volley. Get up, you two. There's no way you died to the artillery. Unfortunately. Again, nothing I can really do about it. It wasn't... I think this was actually when I went AFK. I left them like this. By hopefully these 2 units of artillery are out of ammo. Or are almost out of ammo. I start falling back. His archers using ammo. And I'm still holding. Yeah, I was definitely AFK during this. Because I would have sent this Praetorian Guard to just go get behind them. But look, in fact, how many kills did they get? This Praetorian Guard, down 35. You have 105. You have 72. Okay. Not bad numbers, but Praetorian Guard could get way more. They're fighting so many elite infantry, and they're surrounded. Now, I do have some archers I did leave here. And they were getting some kills. In fact, they've got... Wait. Did this archer unit steer? Oh, no, never mind. Never mind, they got 50 kills. I was about to say, if they had 0 kills, I was going to be like, how do you have 0 kills? So I've returned, and I send my Praetorians to hold this narrow choke point. Ooh, nice throw. In fact, I tried to fall back, do the same strategy I was doing over here. He's still not going anywhere. But I make a new line. And I get some archers getting some good fire. I make my new defensive line here. Constantly having another unit nearby. Again, the artillery getting some major kills. In fact, they are in loose formation, though. But still, they're getting so many kills with that artillery. And at this point, I'm like, ugh, okay, use up your artillery. I'm going in loose formation while I walk away. You can do damage on them while they're in loose formation. I'm going to take less losses, and they're near the front line. So, that was the plan. Now, they do have archer... Sorry, that was a really... I was focusing on the volley that went over here and was going into the lines of archers. Because I had set them here, and I walked away. Actually, when I set up this, I had walked away. So, I didn't know they were firing. Now, they are countering it because I'm AFK, they're going for the nearest unit, which is the Armored Shuttle Warriors. Which I'm actually fine with. If I known that they were going to fire back, I would have moved the... Or if I was going to know they moved his archers up, I would probably move the Praetorians somewhere else so they didn't get hit with the archer fire. Like, okay, my cav is still alive for now. In fact, let's see how many troops he has left. Oh, we're actually breaking like 2 units of Kush Armored Shuttle Warriors. That's actually great. And a lot of his units are tired, which he should like not. One thing you never want to do is send several units to attack one area. Like, you see how they're tired and winded? It means that they're less capable in battle. Like, send in 1 unit at a time. Have them in reserve. Use your ammo on these Praetorians. That's what I would have done. Because, depending on the time, like, sure, if this was a timed battle, I would, being more cautious, more straightforward attack. But this was not a timed battle. In fact, he actually has a few reserves left. In fact, he's moved his elephants, or his general, whatever. But anyway, these Praetorians, actually, they've killed a lot. Oh, never mind, I reinforced them with some archers that were out of ammo and, some more. In fact, how many kills does this one Praetorian unit get? The battle is going a little bit more in their favor now. But still, anyone's game. It could be, I could win this, he could win this. It's almost even. Oh, I'm getting some good kills here, but he's now using his archer fire on these Praetorians. Now, if I look, he's using all his archers here, so I'm actually fine because he's using all his ammo. And I actually still have a decent amount of Praetorians left. He does manage to break a unit of Syrian archers. But they're fine. They use most of their ammo. I think I rushed this second unit and those archers in because I had just come back, noticed the way of the battle, and I was AFK, and how have you not been killed yet, cavalry? How? There is a general full of elephants right on the other side. If I was in this unit, I was like, okay, no one make a word. Maybe they don't notice us. Maybe they'll leave. They'll just capture the point, then they'll leave. Yeah, no. Actually, cool. So they actually came out of the. They came out of these. I don't know what trees these are, but that was actually a cool entrance. And because I was AFK, I didn't know this was happening. And they kind of got slaughtered. I did not want to lose my cav like this, but there was nothing I could do. In fact, I had just come back and I noticed this, but it was too late. In fact, oh, I forgot I did this. I rushed a unit of Praetorians that was depleted through the Armored Shuttle Warriors to try to get to the archers. I think I actually did kill a few. He did use his artillery because he ran out of ammo, which thankfully he's out of ammo on those artillery, and used them as sacrificial unit, which I was totally fine with, because I did this, he had rushed armored Chotel warriors to try to fight their backs, which led me to pretty much surround them. Pretty much cleaning up these two units of armored Chotel warriors, which was actually amazing. Now he is moving up the last of his, not last, I would say, still has at least 4 more units of armored Chotel warriors. Now I still have a lot. He does move his general over here, to try and probably break through my defense. I don't know what he was doing. For a moment, I thought he was going to send, like, 1 or 2 armored Chotel warrior units around here to try to stretch me thin. Which, to be honest, I would have done that. I would have done that way earlier. This is the thing, though. You want to use your javies, they just got archers. Oh, getting some good kills. And you've got no choice. If you see a unit breaking, you send them in. In fact, is that elephant general doing anything? He's actually moving. Now, I was prepared. I had a Praetorian Guard. I do get some javies. I do hurt his elephants just a little bit. In fact, I even rush out at him. But as soon as I saw he retreated, I pulled him back. Again, I thought he was going to go all the way around here and try to go through this entrance. But anyway, back to the main fight. As at this point, I was kind of running low on forces. And not really. I still had a ton. He was running low on forces, though. He had... Again, why commit so many men? They're just going to get tired by the time they get to the front. Making it easy kills for these Praetorians that are fresh and active. They will get they'll get so many kills because they're winded or tired. Or very tired or exhausted because they're in the back line, not even able to fight these Praetorians. Again, he could have been a new player, which I can understand that. New players, I can understand this happening. He was very good with his artillery, I will admit that. He got his money's worth off the artillery. Which, I think he was just trying to overwhelm me to where he would make openings like this. But every time he made an opening, I had a Praetorian Guard unit right in position to where... Flank time. I would move them in. So, say if they got surrounded, I could move this unit in right away. My strategy was... Unit here, hold them. Unit here, if they flank, move in. Send the next Praetorian Guard to hold here. They flank. Flank again. That was my strategy. And whenever the line looked thin, move in the next Praetorian Guard unit to hold. I think I did manage to push back my defense, though. They kept pushing me, though. Every time a unit would fall, they would gain an inch. In fact, I tried to retreat these Praetorians back to a secondary line. And they actually did a lot of javies there. Actually, those are archers. They're actually getting a lot of kills. But he's sending his archers, and now he's keeping them here, probably to use his ammo. Which is a sound strategy. He is resting up his troops now, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's resting them up. So again, I don't think this was a new player. As soon as I noticed they were just sitting back here, I was like, I'm not letting you throw jabbies at me. Move in, I don't care. Archers take care of them. We had an archer v archer here. I actually don't know the melee capability of these between the Syrian. I don't know who's better. But it doesn't kind of matter because I set up another Praetorian Guard unit. Again, I still have, I think this is actually 2 units here. Unit here. I had like, what, 5 Praetorian Guard units left? I think it was good I formed Testudo here because they were just using arrows on this Praetorian Guard unit. Unfortunately, they these poor Praetorian Guards. You can see the arrows come down. There goes another one. Frank, move in. Take his place. Take his place, Frank. Oh. This lone man thought he could take out a Praetorian. Frank didn't. When did those people get there? Oh well. Yeah, but it looks like my front line crumbled and I had to send in the next unit. Which obviously meant, and I was AFK, I was constantly leaving, coming back. So I was AFK for a good, like, a few minutes every time. So when those Praetorian Guards held, they held. They bought me the time they needed. Now, wait, I need to check. Does he still have a reserve unit? He does still have these 2 Armored Chotel Warrior units in reserve, though. And at this point, I had fleed. I was like, you know what? Everyone move up. We need to hold. We need to set up the last line of defense because the battle was not going to take place here or here. So I had to do the last line of defense here. Now I kept a unit here. And you'll know why later. Oh, the elephants in the background. He kept moving his general around, so I had constantly had to watch his general. The general of the army. Of his army. I constantly had to watch it. So as soon as I think, yeah, I wasn't AFK just yet, but I had saw he was moving his general, so, or moving the elephants, so I just moved a Praetorian Guard unit here to make sure he didn't try anything. And actually, I like this defense. We have the frontal line, and just, you can see in the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th line, all ready for hardened battle against the Armored Chotel Warriors. As this line will not hold forever, as they're sneaking through. Oh, but the ones that manage to sneak through get hit with spears to the face. And if you can look, the battle power is now going in my favor. And they're moving their men through, which makes it perfect for the Javies of the Praetorians to hit. Getting more kills than needed, which is absolutely great. This unit, let's see how many kills they got from Javies. They've gotten 46, and this unit has gotten 13. They've just started throwing, I think. Which is still a great number to have. These Praetorians are breaking, though. They still have a... actually, now that I look at it, this is not as many as I thought. I could potentially win this here. Now, I did have the reserves and my general, which I haven't showed you my general. My general was sitting back here, safe and sound, away from the battlefield. I was hoping when I played this map, the victory point was going to be here. For one, I have a great archer position, and all I have to do is hold a hill. Oh, I also forgot to mention that I had my own artillery piece back here, the wall artillery, and I managed to get a good hit on the armored Chotel warriors. He noticed though and moved them in to where I moved this back because they were moving in, so I had to only killing one that time. I was having my artillery hit them, so it was also going to hit my Praetorian Guard like it did there. Getting a few kills off me, getting a few kills off the armored Chotel warriors. He's just inching that general closer and closer to I'm sorry, let me see those fire arrows again. They shoot like bullets. That was actually artillery. But whatever. Let me see. He was moving his general here. And there's 1 minute and 30 seconds. So either I crumble here to the weight of Kush, or Kush crumbles here. There was no doubt about it. So he's making a good charge. I use my javies, taking down an elephant. I wasn't about to give up this position. I was gonna hold with my last of my Praetorians holding the line. He pulled back his general, which honestly he should have just kept or just ran through these Praetorian Guard. He could have done that. He could have ran right through these Praetorian Guard and gone straight for the backs of these Praetorian Guard unit, helping his infantry. But he didn't. And he constantly did cycle charges on my Praetorian Guard, although doing damage. He lost more elephants. In fact, I think this was... He loses a general here, actually. I send in the cavalry as well, because it's a spear cav. And I defeat the general, which only left the infantry engagement. And I had just enough infantry to win. I hope you all enjoyed this battle. And this is probably going to be one of my longer videos. So I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe for more.